All right. Well, welcome everybody. So exciting to see you guys joining us tonight. We have another exciting night planned for you guys. So what we'll do right now, obviously, is we're doing picking our giveaway winner. And I thought I would take some questions from you all. And then at 7 o'clock, I have to go. Well, I have to be off at about 6:45 so I can say good night to the kids before they go to bed. Because then I have the all access Q&A. And last night, I think that went for over an hour and 40 minutes. We had a tremendous amount of time. We had a lot of fun. We picked the new slogan for the new Thriving Farmer Summit Value Added t-shirt and learned a lot of other things and had a great discussion. So definitely looking forward to that here in a bit. But of course, we are going to go ahead and take some Q&A, pick the winner. We've got the winner picked from today's giveaway. So we've got that. But we will be doing a giveaway of an all access pass as well tonight. So just on this call as well. So you guys are lucky, one of you that is joining us. So keep those comments coming. And we will go ahead and start taking them. All right, so I am going to, if you don't have a question for me, so you can either in the comments put the question or put what you learned today. So I'm really interested to hear what you guys took away today. We had, 13 speakers, all sorts of awesome speakers. And I just wanted to, hear what you guys, your takeaways were. So I'm just gonna go here and look at, because we had a tremendous amount of comments on the Facebook post today. So I was just gonna look through some of those and talking about CSA expansion. Sue Lee is excited about food landscaping since I live in a little town in Illinois. All right. Brad was saying he's excited about fermentation. Tyler Thomas, here's some great info. John and Emma's talk on the on-farm eatery. Yes, they are awesome folks. Dried flower presentation. Tammy said she's delighted I purchased the All Access Pass. I get value from each speaker. Excited to learn foraging with Anna Marie, herbal tips with Logan, Lucian, and Anna Maria. Thank you all for this wonderful summit. Tammy is going to share that with her daughter too, and son-in-law and grandkids as they grow and forage together. Let's see. So the healing benefits of flowers. Linda is asking about the fermentation. Kimera, I think, says she needs the full commercial kitchen course. There's so much work that needs to be done in my community, and this information will be extremely important and helpful in reaching goals. So again, all sorts of awesome things here. Yes, it's Marsa is expanding her bouquet possibilities. So yeah, lots of great tips. People are really enjoying the presentations and learning so much. All right, folks. So I'm just going to scroll through the comments now. Question. We are just starting out. I know we need to go slowly. We have 30 acres, so space isn't a problem, but how much should we plant, specifically flowers and herbs? So what I would say with that, Real Knitting, is that both of those items are very space intensive. So that means you can fit a tremendous amount in a very small spot. So for our farm, let's see, we had we probably could have gotten the entire way through the year for our demands for parsley with a 25-foot bed of parsley. That would have completely covered us for the entire year. For flowers, let's see, we did about 350-foot rows of dahlias, and that was way too much. But again, it really comes back to your sales. So what I would say is start small and go from there. All right. So, it really depends on like what kind of time and effort and energy you can devote into things. If you have, no restraints on your time, you're full time, I would still start small, maybe a little bit bigger, and figure out where your market are. But what I would say is first work back from the plan. So obviously if you have all access, you got the workbook for the value added. We have a course called Start Your Farm Intensive, and that is an incredible introduction to starting and growing your farm. We walk through your business plan, we walk through your marketing plan, all of those things, even your financing plan. So those are all great resources right there. But that's the thing, is start with your plan, figure out like, okay, don't plant a seed until you say, I've got this farmer's market lined up, or this person that said they're going to buy my things, or I'm going to do this. So that's the kind of things that you definitely want to go ahead and start to figure out, before you start planting seeds and buying a lot of things. Let's see. Emily said she learned how to harvest tomato seeds. Yes. Dan Brisbois is a great resource. So Tam Childer says, do you need a commercial kitchen to make fire cider, or is it under cottage laws? So that is under, typically would be a commercial kitchen because it's a vinegar-based product. So it's not a fermentation product per se. So if we were to use, I think someone was saying if they used lemon juice instead of vinegar and they got away with something. Obviously, we're not using lemon juice. We actually use vinegar. And next Wednesday, I have to go pick up another 100. Wait a minute, it's 20 buckets, 26 buckets. So it's 130 gallons of vinegar, another 130 gallons of vinegar. Heidi says, Corinna Bench was fantastic. Absolutely, she is great. I think she's going to join us tonight for the VIP or the all access. I think she's joining us for the all access Q&A tonight. So that's going to be excited to have her. Let's see. Abigail loved the information on dried flowers, including the pampas grass. Dan's chat about seed was great. Learning about his process of creating his own type of radish was fascinating. Yes, I absolutely was excited about that. Did Anna Marie use commercial kitchen for her stuff? Well, all right, great question. I think she'll be on all access tonight and I can ask her. But what I was going to say is that a lot of her herbal things, they are things you don't ingest. So you should be okay. Like there's a lot of body care products like salves and stuff like that. And that I don't think, again, check locally. But again, it's just done with like soaking in oil and that sort of thing. So it's not something you really need to be doing in a kitchen per se. Yeah. All right. So we're going to dive into a few more questions here, but why don't you guys go ahead and share this stream? I'd love to get, more farmers understanding, what it is, the value out on their farm and living that value added life. So go ahead and share this stream, tag a farmer you think might be a good one to join us. Yeah. Flower Whisperer said, one of the greatest of the Harmony Harvest and selling the experience, not just the flowers. Yes, love that aspect. Sam says, I have my kitchen inspection on Friday, so very well timed. Awesome, Sam. Hopefully you may have picked up a few tips that might help you. Again, it's not a huge deal. It's not a big problem, so I'm sure you're going to pass with flying colors. So 7CS Winery is the on-farm eatery an actual restaurant or just a pop-up? Actually, yeah, go listen to the talk. They are, I think, are open 2 days a week. For on-farm, I think they only do sandwiches and like flatbed breads. But for the they do takeaway frozen meals and all of that, heat and serve meals and stuff. So that has been super popular as well. Let's see. Angelique says, piecing together tips from yesterday and today, I think my kids could totally pull off a joint honey cut flower side gig together. Absolutely. Rebecca said, Curtis and the pizza night story was so inspiring. Love the community focus. Yeah, Curtis is a fabulous human being. I'm super grateful that he was willing to come on and share his expertise. And we may just be having a pizza oven class here at the farm sometime this summer. So super excited to have some of you guys out there to attend that. All right, I'm going to dive into some of these other questions here we had online. Yeah, a lot of people said, so I'm hearing a lot of themes from day 2, folks. First, I'm hearing the flowers. People are very interested in the flowers. We also got that people were interested in the fermentation. So a lot of people are listening to the fermentation. And let's see what else. Mushrooms. Mushroom and foodscaping keeps coming up. Now, what I can do is I actually have access to the back end of this whole thing. And I'm going to actually dive into the course and actually see which talks had the most listens today, because we can track that information on the back end. Obviously, it tells us how many times the video has been played. So I'm going to go in there and just check, and let's see who we have the most listens to tonight or today so far. Well, what I can tell you, folks, is there's 20,000 views on the summit. So there's 20,000 different people have been viewing on there. And let's see, Sandor is a top one. We got Trisha talking about Commercial Kitchen. Matt talking about his foodscaping. Yeah, so those are the top 3 right there. And then who else? Obviously, Dan talking about seeds, and Lucienne and Anna Marie talking about their community support herbalism. So yeah, that's kind of like the top talks today. Jennifer said she tagged us in the thing, but she's having trouble watching the sessions. Jennifer, make sure you go ahead and send a message to hello@growingfarmers.com. That'd be great if you could go ahead and do that. I just want to make sure that you have the team will help you get you straightened out really quickly. Where's the best place to research on-farm butchering laws for Ohio? That is going to be probably the state. So I would just reach out to your local cooperative extension or reach out to the state health department. And then that is going to be where you're going to be able to find that information really super easy. Yeah, Lisa said I haven't had a chance to start watching right now, but will start real soon. Okay, well, let's see here. We do have the giveaway for today. So today's giveaway, let me go ahead and just pull this up, is Jennifer Prideaux. I believe that's how you pronounce that last name. She said that she is excited to learn more about how we can start thinking about value add from our 75 acres of woodland with wild foraging. And so she won. Let's see if I can go find the giveaway. What was the giveaway today for everyone? It was a all access pass. She got a Coolbot Pro and Coolbot swag. And again, on our farm, folks, we have 4 different Coolbots we use to keep all the different vegetables cold and warm depending on the different temperatures. I mean, it's a great tool. I actually know the guy who invented it real well, it's, again, it was actually funded by a USDA grant, and he made it happen. So always excited to see that kind of stuff happening. She's also going to win some Fire Cider, Wild Eating with the Forager Chicks cookbook, a Summit t-shirt, which again, we have a new design. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you guys here. And the Forager Chicks Wild Mushroom Journal. So super excited for that. Whoops, I'm going to go to I'm going to go ahead and pull that t-shirt up so you guys can see it. Summits.com. And I'm going to go to the hub. I can go to the t-shirt. So if you guys haven't seen these t-shirts, they are pretty sharp. And thanks to my good friend Jessica over at Harmony Harvest Farm, because she's the one that came up with the slogan for this. So these are the t-shirts, folks. And Thriving Farmer Value Added Summit, value add your life. So there you go, folks. That are the t-shirts. We got 4 different colors here for you. And these shirts are a really heavy duty. These are my favorite shirts. I have another brand gave me some shirts. I don't think I'm wearing them today. Nope, not wearing those shirts today. But I have another brand of shirts that I use, and I wore these all summer long because they're really nice and heavy duty. They are not, super form fitting. They're more loose fitting, but they're, a really nice shirt, and they last forever and ever. So that's what we want to make sure that you guys had a good shirt that give you a good experience and last for a while. So Alice was asking, freeze drying wasn't brought up to my knowledge. How do we get into commercial kitchen? We have our own freeze dryers. Well, so what you're saying is that, let's say you wanted to rent a commercial kitchen, but you're using your own freeze dryers to dry product. All right, I see what you're saying. So the stuff that you would freeze dry wouldn't be commercially done because it wouldn't be done in the kitchen. Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, you might want to talk to your local. Alice, do you want to share a little bit more about what types of products you're freeze drying? Because like for freeze dried herbs and such, I think that would be something that could be cottage food done. And then I don't know. I just don't think there needs to be that much regulation. Again, I might be completely wrong on that. So, but yeah, definitely, it's a great question, about the freeze drying aspect of things there. All right, why don't we share in the chat here, folks, freeze-dried vegetables and fruits which are cut. Oh, yeah, so because you're cutting them, that is definitely something where they definitely don't want to, you have to cut them and then bring them, yeah, so what you'd have to do is in the kitchen, have the freeze dryer set up. So that's, I think, if you wanted to get that, and that sort of inspection level on them, that you'd have to have those in the kitchen and run those in the kitchen. And again, but if you built your own kitchen, again, the requirements for your own kitchen are really simple, especially if you're just freeze drying. So they would probably be like a three-bay sink and literally a bathroom that you can access. So I think it'd be super simple. You wouldn't need a hood, you wouldn't need a stove, you wouldn't need any of that stuff. It'd be super simple to pull that together. Someone from CAFF contacted the USDA for me, not state, and they got back to me, but I haven't had the time to read through the email. So yeah, very interested to hear what you got there. All right, why don't you guys share in the comments, kind of like you've been through 2 days of the summit now, share within the comments what kinds of things you're thinking about might be a good addition to your farm. And we'll kind of like talk through a little bit more about those. So go ahead and do that, and be really interested to see what you guys come up with. All right. Someone's saying they're thinking meat chickens. All right. And so the question on that is, what part of the meat chickens are you thinking your value add? I mean, obviously, growing them yourself is somewhat of a value add, but what additional things are you thinking of doing with that is what I want to know. Bruce is thinking jams and chutneys for peppers. Amanda is talking about the cowboy candy. Yep, that is super popular here in Ohio. Amy is excited to save her own tomato seeds with the water jar method. Yeah, we do some every single year. We have a Carlisle Gold tomato, we call it, which we save, and yeah, super popular. Someone says a private club for events, maybe a members farmers market. That would be great. One of the things around here is we had a business get in trouble for their wedding venue because it wasn't a farm. I think the government completely overreached. People do too, but unfortunately, the people on, I think, the zoning commission or something have a beef with the guy. So it's one of those, really messed up situations. But I think if you did it at a private club, I think you'd get away with it. So that's a great way to think about, doing that. Heidi says adding more products in our CSA value added. Yes, we find that our CSA loves our value added products. Sam said, CSA, I thought I'd need huge sign up numbers, but knowing it could be 10 boxes per week feels a lot more manageable in a school and homeschool program. That's awesome. Someone says selling the chickens, not as whole chickens, but cut portions like Joel mentioned yesterday. So yeah, selling drumsticks, wings, thighs, taking the carcasses and making bone broth. Cutting them up is actually very easy to do and it's legal. If you make bone broth, you're going to need yourself a 20C kitchen for that or a commercial kitchen. Floral Australis, can't do anything needing a commercial kitchen. So making salves, candles, and soaps, absolutely. And if you're doing floral in flowers, you could probably put some of those flowers in the salves and soaps. Pat's going to move from just keeping bees to bee yard tours. The other thing you could do, Pat, like we make a fermented garlic honey. So basically you put garlic cloves in honey and it turns real dark. That's actually really been popular. Lloyd is going to add a Airbnb to their farm. It's good that you have no zoning there. Crafts from quail eggshells, candles, etc. Quail feathers, cat toys from quail feathers. Angela says, I have so many thoughts on what I want to do, but all of them require me moving to a new property. So, absolutely. Okay, so this is interesting, guys. Crafts from rabbit fur, rabbit feet, keychains, dog treats, dried ears. Now we're getting into it. Now we're really starting to think. Real Knitting says there is a commercial kitchen near us that farmers can rent. There might be one near some of you. Absolutely. There is a resource. I think if you type in a commercial kitchen for rent, there is like a list of in the U.S. people that have those listed out there. Remind me, Real Knitting, where you guys are. It'd be interesting to hear where you guys are. All right, so Lisa says something about a firewall. So if you're having a hard time getting in, again, reach out to hello@growingfarmers.com. But she also knows what kind of preservation method people use for natural bouquets, such as the oat bundle Michael shared the first day. So yeah, so all we did was cut the oats, bundle them, hang them upside down in a dark room, and they dry within a week or so. So yeah, absolutely super easy to do that. Aquaponics tours and classes. Yeah, that would work right in with your farm vent space. Jonesboro, Tennessee. That's super nice. Yes. Adding beer bomb to my goat milk herbal beauty products. I love that. Yes. So a lot of the things too, like adding a brand new idea to a business can be challenging. So let's say you're doing, conventional corn and beans farm, and let's say you're going to add a flower farm, or you want to add a pickle farm. That's going to be a lot more challenging than, let's say, switching some of that to popcorn or a specialty grain or something like that. So that would be something I definitely want to think about. Liz Marie Anderson is asking if anyone is doing hydroponic lettuce. I'd love to pick your brain. Please let me know. So Liz, we have a couple of people I know that are doing hydroponic lettuce. Actually, he was on here last night. It's Steve Willis. His farm is Just Farmin' CSA. They're like an hour south, 30 minutes south of me here on the farm. And I definitely highly recommend them and what they're doing, because he has a whole system set up for hydroponic lettuce. Alice is saying, I need to build a commercial kitchen because there's no way one can afford to pay by the hour or even by the month because the large batch of freeze-dried blueberries or elderberries can take 35 to 40 hours. You can use a food truck for the commercial kitchen. You can all that I've definitely seen work as well. The other thing, Alice, it really depends on like the type of place you're dealing with. So if you can maybe find like a VFW or a Lions Club or something like that. Some of those places have a commercial kitchen, which they're not doing anything with. So you might be able to find that. But yeah, I think you might want to go down that commercial kitchen road. And yes, you can use a food truck or a food trailer. Rebecca says, I'm putting bees on an herbal farm in Middle Tennessee. That's awesome to hear. All right, folks. Well, I think we will go ahead and wrap this up. We do have a all access all access to give away. So I'm just going to scroll back through here and pick somebody. All right. All right, I am going to pick Jennifer Wood for the all access tonight. So Jennifer, congrats. And yeah, our team will reach out, actually reach out to hello@growingfarmers.com and they will get you all set up with that. So I got to make sure I write that down here because the team likes me to write that down for them. But yeah, congrats, and look forward to you getting all that information. There's so much information in there. So yeah, absolutely. So, all right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. Go and spend some time with the kids before they go to bed. And then for you all access members, we will see you back here with a whole list of speakers tonight. I'm actually going to go remind myself who we are having tonight come on tonight live. So let's go take a quick look. We have Trisha Jackson, Corinna Bench, Logan, Stephen, Lucienne Tama, and Anna Marie, and Dr. Barbara. So we have 6 folks tonight. So super looking forward to hanging out with them. And I am going to go tell Trisha to bring pictures of her commercial kitchen because I know some of you guys were asking that question. And I know Stephen will be joining us from Thailand. So hopefully that is going to be working for him. And yeah, it's going to be a bunch of fun. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And Angela said, been stuck in the commercial kitchen too. Yeah, building a mobile one is something we've actually looked at. We couldn't find a cheap enough trailer, or else we thought about doing that. So, yeah. All right, folks, you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll see all access here in a bit.